My mother, Nancy, has fallen for an online love scam. Last year, I wrote to Dr. Phil about my mother's online relationship with Shaun Carter.
We were actually supposed to meet with Dr. Phil last year, but at the last minute, Nancy decided that she didn't want to do it.
I gave my mother an ultimatum. It was either for her to speak with Dr. Phil or I was done speaking to her. She didn't change her mind about it, so Lindsay and I have had to cut her off. We have tried everything to prove this to her.
Within 3 months, you send him $108,485.
We have shown Nancy episodes of Dr. Phil, but she still doesn't think that Shaun is a scam.
My mother gave us the address to which this Shaun lives, and I found a real estate agent who lives in that neighborhood. He told me that he had never seen him in that neighborhood.
The realtor also told us that that exact address was in fact used for other online scams.
I reverse image searched Shaun's photo, and I found the actual man behind the pictures, and he was a French man. And when my mother confronted Shaun about this, he explained that he had only used those photos because he looks like the man. And because of his security clearance at his job, he couldn't actually have photos of himself. Even after all of this, my mother continues to talk to him.
Nancy doesn't even know what Shaun really looks like.
My relationship with my mother is pretty much non-existent. She has known me for 32 years and Shaun for 2. My mother chose Shaun over me.
I haven't seen Nancy in a year and a half.
In my eyes, my mother is dead to me.
Well, I hate to hear that. That's not okay. She's not dead to you, and you shouldn't be saying that. But I do understand your frustration. When it comes to her soulmate, Shaun, Nancy says it's none of her family's business.
Shaun's still stuck in Dubai because he does not have the 20 grand to pay the taxes. I've really helped Shaun out a lot. I do this because I love him and I care for him. Shaun has become the light of my life. Shaun is the whole package. I feel he's my soulmate. I have intuition about it. My gut feeling tells me. The last time I spoke to Shaun was a couple days ago, and I can't tell you about it because it was kind of dirty. He does a lot of sexting to me, and of course I do it right back to him. Shaun and I have only been able to communicate over the phone or through text. The reason why is that he's a very private person. These are some of the text messages that I get from Shaun. You're a beautiful and sexy girl, and you know it. So why are you trying to hide it? Missing you so much, sexy, hot girl. My son Darcy and his wife Lindsay are very upset at me with my relationship with Shaun. My son thinks that Shaun is a scammer, a fraud, and a phony. Darcy's upset because I've sent Shaun money, and he said to me that he could have used that money to help him and Lindsay have a baby through in vitro. My son Darcy is controlling, rude, and argumentative. My relationship with my son and daughter-in-law is broken. In my eyes, sitting down with Dr. Phil has nothing to do with Shaun. What I want to talk to Dr. Phil about is to fix my relationship with my son and with my daughter-in-law, Lindsay.
Well, it's good to see you.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Well, it's good to meet you. You said that this really isn't about your relationship with this Shaun. It's about your relationship with your son.
Yes.
And I agree with you to a large extent. I don't like this family being fragmented at all.
No.
And I want your relationship with your son to close ranks. I want you two to be back in each other's lives. He's frustrated because he thinks you're being scammed.
Yes, he
Now,
is.
if he knew something that somebody was hurting you, somebody was exploiting his mother, what would you expect him to do? What would you want him to do?
Well, he has helped me try to find, the real person.
Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.